What's going on, guys? I'm back with another video, and today I'm gonna talk about weekly chart, daily chart, and weekly chart. I'm gonna talk about Ethereum BTC pair, and we covered a lot last time, and I'm gonna talk about it again. And so far, you guys see that still it is ranging under this yellow line. And also, I'm going to talk about macro perspective of USDT dominance, my favorite indicator where we can see where USDT, where money is going. Okay, if it is going up, that is bearish for market, crypto market, and if it's going lower, it will be on the percentage. It will be bullish. Okay, I made this line because we can clearly see we had a lot of reaction to this line. So we can look at this white line as a valid line because we had 4 weekly hits to this level. And if we continue it, this is where we had the ETF news that was accepted, right? So we went back down, we retraced, and it started breaking above. We had this red candle in here, and we started going higher. We had another reaction to this white line. We got a really good support. We had another rally up, but we got rejected. So right now we are going kind of pull back in, retracing to this white line, which is gonna be almost around 60 to 63,000 areas. Okay, to me, if I want to go to daily chart, in my previous video I talked about the bullish and bearish signs. If you look at the RSI divergence indicator, okay, and I said that we are on the lowest point, and every time we are on the lowest point, we can see that Bitcoin has rallied up, okay, at least temporarily. So if I want to zoom in a little bit more, you can clearly see, and I said that before, when we were around this area, I said that in one of my posts, I post that if we get the same clone of this line, okay, I'm going to do it again in front of you, clone of this line, and bring it down to the lowest point where we had this, okay, and if we continue it, I said we might get a good support around this area. Although we broke below, but we got supported, and all the candles close above. Okay, but we need to make sure that we look at this resistance level and this white level. Okay, this is the weekly chart, that a continuation. You guys see that we had this hit, we had a little bit of sideways, and we started rallying up. We got support, but we got some weak support and got a fake out. Okay, but now we are kind of retracing back up, and this level, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Actually, let me go to 4-hour chart so we can zoom in better. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Give me a free like and support the channel. Share this video with your friends if you want, but please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, if I want to make a resistance level for us, okay, this is the highest point I believe Bitcoin can go. Okay, that will be almost $63,000 area. Okay, we might go back down and then kind of go sideways, up and down until we get to this level. But we do not have to, because we have a lot more retracement level down here. If we want to get the lowest point, we are actually around that area right now. Because you guys see that support, 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 and then we went back down. So this area can still work as a resistance level. Okay, right now it is $60,000 area, which if we want to go, let me talk about the weekly chart of the USDT dominance and where I'm going to be completely bullish, because right now I am not yet, because if we continue this yellow line, we have retraced one time, but we went a little bit higher. So when we see something like this, I cannot really trust that it looks bearish for USDT, because normally when we have one retracement, we should have already been down here, okay? But we have another one going up. So this can work as a fake out too, but look, if you guys want to look at this, I want to make this line. Let me just follow this yellow line. I'm going to bring it down here. This is the level. If we go lower than this, okay, right here, almost 5%, okay, 5% of USDT dominance, which we are getting closer. We are at 5.21%. If we go closer and close a weekly candle below this, I'm gonna be a lot more bullish for Bitcoin, okay? Because, and the reason is, we are getting back below that resistance that now should work as a support level, because we had these closed candles here and we had a rally up. We had this red candle, although we rejected as a bearish candle, but we still went higher. Okay, so this area has to hold. And if we continue this line, we had a lot of shadows before where we got rejected a lot around this area. So 5% is what I'm looking at. So we might go back down, have a little bit of sideways, and still go higher. Okay, and that's going to be temporarily bullish, which completely makes sense if you guys really pay attention here. We can still go higher for Bitcoin to get this level of resistance, which is almost $63,000 area. If you guys compare it, we can go up to this area, $63,000 area, where we're going to meet a lot of resistance. At the same time, we're going to get a lot of support for USDT dominance, okay? And I'm not really talking about altcoins that much, because you guys see that as long as Bitcoin is not going above its own all-time high, which was almost $74,000 area, and make a God candle, I don't think nobody would just be confident enough that the real bull run has started. And the reason that I got a lot of hate was because of these reasons, okay? If you want to go back to Bitcoin chart and weekly chart, and for the last cycle we had, this was the area we were only going sideways for maybe almost a month, okay? Which was completely normal for breaking the last resistance level. Okay, this was the almost 19,400 area that was our all-time high. We broke very strong. Everything started rallying. Everything started rallying. So the altcoins started rallying from this area. Okay, so the reason I'm not being bullish that much is because of this. This does not look good. Okay. And you're gonna probably come and say not every cycle are gonna be the same, and I'm with you 100%. But you guys can, when you look at the Ethereum, USDT dominance chart and how everything not looking good for Bitcoin, you cannot just close your eyes and say, yeah, I'm gonna get into alts and we're gonna rally. Okay, you can. I'm still saying that I'm having a lot of altcoins I'm holding, and I don't even care if we go down to $10,000 area, which I'm going to start talking about it later if we go lower. Okay, people cannot handle lower numbers right now. So I'm just going to hold on to it until we see what is happening here. If we go above this level, guys, okay, that's going to show USDT. And if you guys remember, I have talked about this red level. Okay, I'm going to zoom out so you can see. Once we get below this red line, I'm going to be almost all in, because we're gonna probably go down to this level, which will be 2.4%. Because billions and billions of dollars are gonna pour into altcoins and Bitcoin, and that's gonna be the real bull run for us. But as long as we are above this red line for me, because we had this level of support for USDT, and we got a really good support, as you guys can see clearly in here, I cannot say that we are bullish. Okay, I cannot be bullish. And this yellow line especially is still holding. We had a lot of resistance and we are above it right now. Okay, don't let this line confuse you. Okay, this cannot still work as a bear trap for USDT. Okay, so this bear trap, meaning, so everything they are thinking that, oh, this is just a retracement and we're going to start going lower. But if we go to Bitcoin, where we had these lines in here, look at this. Okay, I cannot make this line, but a lot of people made a line right here because we had a lot of touches. We broke below, and everybody thought, including me, thought that this is just a retracement and we're gonna go lower to meet at least $12,000 to $10,000 area. But we did not. We still broke above. That was a fake out. Okay, so the same thing can happen for USDT dominance as well. So we can still break above, and once we do, that's going to be hella bearish. Okay, so. And Ethereum and Bitcoin, this is very interesting that Ethereum cannot still look stronger than Bitcoin. You guys can clearly see it. You can just count how many times we have touched this yellow line. And every time, I think it was around this area, or yeah, I think it was around this area where I made the video. And I said, as long as we are not breaking above this yellow line, I cannot tell you that Ethereum is bullish, especially altcoins are going to rally. Okay, because usually you got to look at Ethereum, which was the first blockchain that almost every single contract was being made on there. And if Ethereum looks bullish, of course, it's going to affect altcoins, and altcoins are going to start rallying, right? So it totally makes sense. But as long as we're not breaking above, guys, and holding at least for several days, I cannot tell you guys that this looks bullish. So Ethereum is still in trouble. Okay, not in trouble. It's just not. It's just not going up. Okay. So, but this red line, I said that we need to watch around this area because we had a lot of resistance around these areas, and this is the close this is the close area where we can at least go back to this level. Okay. That means that's going to be very bearish for Ethereum. Okay. Either Bitcoin is going to rally a lot higher than Ethereum, and Ethereum is going to go down, or we're going to just start dropping, but Ethereum is going to be sold off very, very aggressively against Bitcoin. And that's going to still, both scenarios, it's going to be bad for Ethereum, and we're going to probably go back down to this level. I hope it makes sense. Make sure to comment down below. We can just talk about it in the comment section too. And please like the video right now. Okay. So far, Ethereum is not looking bullish. So that means automatically I cannot think of altcoins being being bullish. Okay. And USDT Bitcoin is still that we are back to this resistance level. And if we pass $63,000 area, it's going to be my next target of resistance. Okay. And a weekly chart is still, you guys see that we can still get rejected around this area. Okay, so we might get a couple of weeks around this area and start dropping even lower. Okay, it's still, I'm looking at $50,000 area, and we started rallying, and I usually call this just fooling all the traders. Okay, because as long as we are not meeting this area, I cannot call this a good support. Okay, you guys see the sign is still bearish. We are in middle, which I said that we can start going higher to meet this line one more time and then start going lower. Once we get to this level, guys, okay, where it says bull, or at least get to this line, okay, the lowest part of RSI. Okay, let's review what happened in here. When we were going sideways, although we had dropped even further, we were going sideways for RSI. Okay, you guys can see that. But once we get to this level, that will be an accumulation area for me. Okay, I don't know how fast and how bad it's gonna be dropping to that level. We might just drop very hard to almost 30s or 40s areas, and we will be down here. Okay, it does not mean that once we get to this area we're gonna get into buys, because I just showed you that although we were going sideways and even higher, we dropped even a lot more, and that's gonna be how many percent? That's gonna be, that was almost more than 26%, guys. Okay, more than $5,600 drop. Okay, so that does not mean that don't let this RSI fool you as well. But anytime, usually but every time we have got closer to this level, that is a good sign of almost, bottoming for Bitcoin, and that's gonna be a good sign that we can at least get into some alts. Okay, so far, just a summary, just for USDT dominance, as long as we are staying above 5% of USDT, I'm still gonna remain bearish for Bitcoin. Okay, and this is just another video for you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bitcoin is not looking that bullish. Okay, although we have rallied from $53,000, and a lot of people, once we start getting rally at almost $7,000, everybody thinks that, oh, okay, we are far from 53,000, so let's just get in. But you have seen many of those $10,000, $12,000 ups and downs, and gone back even lower than what you were thinking. Okay, so make sure to consider all of that. None of these are financial advice. Do your own research, but I will see you in the next video. Peace.